Hello traders, welcome to today's 5-minute Bitcoin update. Today is Thursday the 17th of August and this is everything you need to know about the current Bitcoin price action. So finally yesterday we had that breakdown of this macro uptrend that we've been in. This is the log scale. Okay, remember we had that price finally starting to break down after we got that open and close outside of this yesterday. And we've come into a pretty good area of support. Okay, turn this back onto linear. And what we can see right now is we've just perfectly tapped the EQ, so the 0.5 of this low to this high. And we have come into the top of the, well, basically what we would consider the previous high. Okay, back testing that from when we had that break in market structure. We're now coming back in and testing the highs that we made previously, what that was at one stage resistance. So good confluence here. Okay, you'll know that I've been talking about 28,400 for ages. There was always the possibility that this could have been a low just front running that beforehand, and that we could have consolidated and got a move up from here. But the market has chosen its direction. It is another lower low on the chart. And really, when you looked at the order flow and we were looking at the market structure from the past few days, it's no surprise that we have dropped down this low now. So if we go down onto the 4-hour, okay, we can see volatility has started to pick up. If we just look at the volatility here, we started to pick up. We're also oversold on the 4-hour RSI. We did have the potential for this to be making some hidden divergences yesterday. That was the first time we'd seen this for quite some time. But eventually breaking down, okay, this continued market structure all the way down and finally coming into that 0.5 and the support that we've been talking about for ages. Going down onto the 30-minute, okay, and I'm just going to add on, what do I want to add on here? We got the Asia session, okay, this being the move, there's your 0.5, and so far today what we have seen is a sweep back into the wick. What I really want to see when you have these kind of reactions, if this is to be a decent low, and we are at fairly good support here, you don't want to be having a deep retrace on this. So coming into this wick, getting a bounce here, you would really want to see some kind of reaction and some kind of strength at this stage. If we are just to keep on falling here and this low doesn't hold, then once again, I think we make another lower low. So let's see how it goes. Correction here. If this can start to break and hold above those Asia highs, then there's an opportunity for it to start to claw back some of the losses, some of these mad losses that it's made over the last week. If we go over here onto the TPO, this is quite nice as well. We have it was working on this. Whoops, let me actually turn on the TPO. There we go. So we have a P-shaped profile for the day now. This is very early on in the day. But what this often means is you have shorts covering. Okay, so this means that shorts often at this stage closing out of positions, and you do get these P-shaped profiles regularly on a reversal of a trend. Now we did have that yesterday, but what happened, we had that move down. There was the opportunity, if you can come back into value area and if this like buying tail could hold, then you're looking at this being the area of value, this being outside of value, and then you can be looking for continuation higher. So what is critical today is basically not to come back into this buying tail at all, to hold within value. And if it can hold within value, hold around this POC, then it does give us the opportunity to start looking at upside targets. Now, market structure still remains down. Okay, and until that changes, then it makes sense to be looking for short positions. However, starting to see those signs, we did see them yesterday. They were starting to see the signs that, okay, lots of longs being liquidated, lots of shorts starting to close out. This is coming towards the end of potentially the end of a trend. But now, again, another lower low, and we just have to be trading in that direction basically. So let's see how it goes. For myself, the main levels to be looking at, of course, if you weren't able to take a long from the low down here, then there wouldn't be very much reason to take a long right now unless we come down and there's another SFP of local lows. Yeah, we've just taken out these little ones here coming into the buying tail that we had formed this morning. If this can hold, sure, use this as an invalidation, but I repeat this and I say this all the time, I would much rather take a trade where there is liquidity rather than try and bet on something internal where you're using basically what your stop would be as your invalidation, and therefore isn't it better just to wait for the liquidity in order to go long? So unless you're getting an SFP when you're counter trend, it's rarely a good idea to be trading against the trend from anything internal. Either wait for lows to get taken or wait for a sign of strength, and then you can start to when you have an uptrend again, eventually, if that happens sometime soon, then you can start to go for those longs. If there is to be a bounce here, okay, previous day point of control, previous day value area, things to be looking at, local highs. There's a bunch of them. Okay, so if some of these highs start to get taken out, then this can move quite quickly, and then we could see a move up towards that 29,750 fairly fast. Okay, and there's probably some confluence around there as well. If we bring it over onto this chart, we look at the fibs from our high to low over here, then these are, let's clean this up, these are really the major highs to be watching. So if, okay, this starts to claw back some of the losses that have been made and it can hold and it can start to break, then we could see quite a swift move up. But yeah, downtrend, still momentum is down, and that's the best way to trade it. So any moves up would be short opportunities until we see some strength. I think that's enough for this video. I'll see you all soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.